So I'm in Boston for a little while, and I'm in my hotel room here. See that? And I kind of wanted to just take a second to talk about some of the differences between Texas and Massachusetts when it comes to gun laws. So, uh, depending on where you're at in Massachusetts, depends on what the particular gun rights are, right? So, as a concealed carry proponent in Texas, especially, we don't really have that many restrictions. Anybody who complains does not understand how complicated and sometimes just overly restrictive gun laws are in a lot of other states, right? In Massachusetts, they have a may issue um, classification, which means that normally you have to designate why you want the weapon, like the concealed carry permit, right? And what you're going to be using it for. The issuing body has the opportunity to add further restrictions onto that. Basically saying that you can only carry it to and from the gun range, the things like that, hunting purposes, right? If you need a handgun or to conceal carry a weapon, right? And basically areas like cities like Boston, basically it's a de facto like denial, right? There's no allocation pretty much for anybody in this within the city limits, right? So, Texas, you go apply for your license to carry, you wait the appropriate amount of time, and you basically there's no questions asked, right? I mean, if you pass the background check, if you go to the appropriate training sessions and everything, you're fine. In other states, it's not that way. So, it's kind of odd when you're in a state, and especially a city that is a cornerstone of our our country's history and fighting tyranny and gaining our rights and things like that, right? It all kind of started here, but you realize that as time goes on, that those type of liberties that we fought so hard for are not often carried on in tradition and rationality and whatnot. So it's definitely good to be a Texan. I've never had any problems really in Pennsylvania either, but it's definitely eye opening to come to a state like Massachusetts and be in Boston and have those kind of restrictions. I'm just looking up gun laws and whatnot since I'm here, and it's definitely interesting and a little bit scary at how definitely restricted it is, especially considering where we are and the history. So, food for thought.